G'day and thanks for watching. It's JC here. Okay, this video is split into 5 sections. The first section is a mad, and I mean mad special to China return. If you can scrape together in October or November $250, you can go to China. I kid you not, get in quick. But that's up next. Second section is on flight considerations. This comes from the last couple of years of flying around Southeast Asia and other countries in the world and doing about 15, I'm thinking closer to 20 airlines. So I'll give you a bit of inside knowledge on that one. The third section is something called skip lagging. It's the way to save money on a flight by not taking a flight. I'll tell you about that. It's rather interesting. The fourth section is 3 URLs you need to know about, 3 websites before you book a flight. I've been using these for many years now. So three websites: Google Flights, Skip Lagged, and Seat Guru. But I'll include those at the end of this video. And the fifth and last section is another walkthrough on my favorite app, Google Flights. You'll have a lot of fun with this one. Stay tuned and let's get going. Oh, how could I forget? 90-second video just to get you in the mood. Check it out. I love it. Okay, let's get stuck into this. Let's get you that Shanghai flight return. We're going to go to Google Flights. I'll include the URL at the end of this video, as I mentioned. Click on Google Flights. Okay, we're going to do a round trip for one person economy. Okay, we're going to come from Auckland, but you can come from anywhere in the world, of course. And we're going to go to Shanghai. Let's pick Pudong International Airport, which is the major hub in Shanghai, which has got all the transfers for buses, trains, and taxis. Departure and return will leave blank. Let's go search. What do we got? September's looking all $2,000, 1,300. We've got 559 in October. That's return for one person. That's crazy. What's November got? Let's have a quick look. $500. Boom. Let's go Monday to Sunday. Let's click on that. Let's go done. And go search. Tickety-tock, tickety-tock. What do we got? $457 round trip from Auckland to Shanghai return. That's pretty cool, eh? 4-hour layover in Guangzhou, and then down here you've got a 13-hour flight direct with China Eastern, $1,100. That is crazy. Now with Google Flights, I'll show you more at the end. You can choose number of stops, airlines, total price you want to spend for the trip, connecting airports, and of course duration is really important. You might want to say, okay, I don't want to be any more than about 20 hours. There you go, and it'll refilter. Okay, cool, on to the next. Okay, what things are likely to affect the price of your ticket? This is probably more for the unseasoned travellers. For the seasoned travellers, maybe a bit of a refresher. Obviously, the first one is what country are you flying to and how far from your departure is it? The further you're flying, generally speaking, it's going to cost you more. Number 2 is the hub. Are you in a major hub? If it's a major hub, lots of airlines, lots of people, lots of airplanes, it's probably going to be cheaper to fly to that particular hub, that leg. Okay, number 3, the airline. Is it a budget or is it premium? Has a huge impact on the price and as well as the service and food, of course. Number 4, is it direct or layover? Direct flights tend to cost you more. And the last one is number 5, what city are you in? Pretty obvious, right? Are you paying for economy? Are you paying for premium or business class? And the biggest differences are the leg room, the service, and the quality of the food. Okay, what are some other considerations you might have when you're flying internationally and you're booking your ticket? Well, for me, and you may or may not be like me, my holiday starts when I leave home and I'm heading to the airport. If I've got to fly with transit, 15 to 25 plus hours, I want to make sure that whole journey is an absolute pleasure. And that starts with having an awesome lounge in my transit area. Obviously, it starts with having a business or premium class ticket. Ideally, then that's kind of like a lounge in the sky, but if you can't afford that and you're flying economy, that's cool too. Just make sure you get some noise cancelling headphones, number one. But anyway, back to the lounge. So I'm looking for a lounge for anywhere more than 2 hours in a transit area. Most airports have 4, some have up to 8 lounges, depending how big they are. You can pay for those lounges prior to, so do your homework or ask me. I've been to at least 20 of them, or you can pay at the airport. Depending on what kind of ticket you have, if it's a business class, certainly it'll have lounge access with that particular airline. If it's premium, only sometimes. You're going to pay anywhere from 50, 60 NZ dollars up to 150, depending how long you want to stay. But lounge access, unlimited food, unlimited booze. You're going to get probably massage chairs, places to sleep, and places to shower. Okay, number 2, if you're going to be more than 8 hours in transit, even if you are in a lounge, consider leaving the airport. Check your visa conditions of you and your partner or family, friends, whatever, to make sure you can leave the airport. Your bags will carry on to the next destination, obviously, to your final destination. So make sure if you are going to leave the airport, you've got a carry-on bag with some essentials so you're not left having to buy some stuff when you go to the hotel. So certainly consider that. I love Bali, going to or from Asia. Absolutely fantastic idea. Kind of breaks the trip and you end up seeing 2 countries, not just one. Okay, number 3 is the airline. Is it budget or is it premium? Obviously, it has a big impact not only on the price of your ticket, but also on the quality and the quantity of food options and the service. And the service does vary greatly between airlines. Once again, I've been on 15, 20 of them, so please come and ask me or do your research online. Now, the good thing with Asian airlines in particular is premium tickets on those flights. They have so many people flying in those countries is often the same price as an economy with a non-Asian airline like Cathay, Qantas or Air New Zealand. Same with business class, you can get for about a premium price on other airlines, so certainly consider that. Like I said earlier, it's your lounge in the sky. Okay, another consideration is the plane, age, size, make and model. That has a huge impact on where you're sitting in economy. If you're business or premium, you're going to be pretty sweet anyway with leg room and all that kind of stuff. But if you're economy, go to Seat Guru. I'm going to include that URL at the end of this video to give you a full description of where to go to get the best seat you possibly can in economy. Okay, time of flight. If you like sleeping overnight, or even during the day, depending on what you've done, if you're in transit or whatever, get some noise cancelling headphones and book your flight, obviously in the afternoon or evening, so you can sleep, so your circadian rhythm is all intact. If you want to avoid people at the airport and lots of people going through customs and security, leave as early as possible in the morning. A 5, 6 a.m. kind of check-in is ideal if you can, but afternoons, evenings, they tend to be pretty chocker. The last point I would say is your entry visa and or health declaration. Even if you're transiting, some airlines and some countries require a health declaration, which you can do beforehand or at the airport. So do your research, or once again, ask me and I'll point you in the right direction. Okay, we're here to talk about skip lagging now, a term that even seasoned travelers may not have heard of. Okay, this is a way of booking a ticket, and what you essentially do is you book the ticket for the entire journey. You've got this bit in the middle, which is the transit area. You actually hop out of the airport and leave, and you don't come back. Often airlines will do, on a frequent basis, they'll have a complete flight from here, transit, to there, and they'll say, look, we'll give this at a special price. What you do is you book and pay for the entire flight, but it's often cheaper to pay for the entire flight and get off halfway. I kid you not. And this site finds those flights for you. So we'll use the Shanghai, which we did earlier, as an example, and we'll jump into it now. Okay, let's get into it. I'll show you the way to get a skip lagged flight for even cheaper. Go to skiplag.com. Let's click on that. We're going to go one way, in this particular case, Auckland to Shanghai. Same as before, Shanghai, Pudong. And we're going to go, I don't know, around the 4th of November in this particular case, but you can change this later anyway. Let's search the flights. This is all US pricing, by the way. Oh, 168, that's pretty good. 168, 172. Oh, this looks interesting. Skip lagged. This might be cheaper, but jump into here and I'll show you why. This particular flight is all the way to Guangzhou. Now, we don't want to go to Guangzhou. That's why it's been crossed out. We want to go to Shanghai. So here we go. This is non-stop. All the other flights, a couple of bucks cheaper, you've got to stop in between. So we're actually getting a direct flight to Shanghai for a price that's similar to 2 flights all the way to Shanghai with a stopover. So this is fantastic. The obvious negative with this is that you cannot check in baggage at the beginning of your flight. Otherwise, it'll end up at a different country, which is obviously your final destination. So what you do is you book the flight, you do carry on only, good for solo travelers or a couple that travels light. I had a mate who is, he's pretty well off. He could certainly travel with lots of luggage, but he chooses to travel with a wallet and a toothbrush. And then he just buys all the stuff he needs in the country he ends up with. So there you go. Backpack only, or what you can carry on the flight. You go book now. Once again, US dollars. That's about 260 NZ, I think, 270 NZ. Okay, yes, backpack only. I understand all of that. Bring your passport. You may need a visa, of course. You may need a visa depending on the country you're coming from. Proof of return. Some airlines require a proof of a return or an onward journey. I've never been caught out, and I've done this a few times. They don't seem to care, but if you're concerned, buy a return ticket in Shanghai to go somewhere else, and then you can cancel that at the last minute anyway for no cancellation fee. Bad weather and angry airlines, they don't like you doing this on purpose too often, but in saying that, thousands if not tens of thousands of people around the world every day miss their flights for whatever reason. It might be that they have had a few too many beers, they've left the airport for a couple of days and forgot to come back, or just didn't even hear the request. Okay, then we go proceed. This is the bit where you actually choose which booking company you want to actually book on. See, look, China Eastern, it's 200 bucks US. It's gone up a little bit because they add their extra fee to it. 171, let's go. Oh, there we go, beg your pardon, standard ticket or flexible ticket. And you just go from there, right? So pretty straightforward. Don't need to explain anymore, but have a look. Okay, 3 URLs you need to know before you book a flight. Okay, number 1 is googleflights.com. Number 2 is skiplag.com. And number 3 is SeatGuru. You need to have those 3 in your arsenal when you're booking a flight. Okay, the final part of this video is what I call a kid in a candy store. There's a lot of fun with Google Flights. I'm going to take you through that right now. Only take a minute. Okay, one of my favorite websites of all time, Google Flights. Let's go, Google Flights. You're gonna love this. Let's go round trip for 2 people, partner, friend, family member, economy. We're gonna leave from Auckland. You can leave obviously anywhere. We don't know where we wanna go or when we wanna go. Let's explore. Let's say you've got 1,500 bucks each to spend. Boom, straight away it populates. Economy return, Wellington, 200 bucks. That's pretty chill. Australia, $830 to Sydney. That's pretty cool. Let's go a little bit further. Singapore for just over 2 grand, 2 people return, and that's in the next 6 months, as it says over here. Cheapest flight. It's pretty cool. Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, even cheaper, under 2 grand. Hong Kong, Hanoi, Chiang Mai, beautiful place. Let's go even further afield. I've got South Africa, getting into the 4s and 5s here. Dubai, 2,700 bucks to Dubai for 2 people return. That's pretty good. Okay, South Africa. Let's go into Europe and the UK. London, 3.5 grand return, 2 people. Let's zoom in. Paris, about the same price. That's pretty chill. We can change it now to premium. You watch everything update. Paris for 7.5 grand. Let's go back to Asia. Now we're on premium. 4 grand premium to Bangkok. Yes, please. And business. Change it again. 7 grand. Look at that. So you can book some real cheap business class flights if you want a bit of a weekend away. Australia's got business class. 2 people, return. Bit of a treat. Okay, you can change things, all the filters here, like how many stops, what airlines. These are all Alliance Airlines, of course. The duration, you might say, oh, I just don't want it to be anything over 20 hours or 18 hours. Let's try 18 hours. And it updates it. Isn't that brilliant? 18 hours for the total flight, including stopovers. How many stops? non-stop only, price, etc. I think you get the gist. Okay, so I've got a new website launch in about 7 days time, so watch out for that. It's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Got some specials, got some crazy specials actually for the next 3 months, 3 to 6 months. I'll see you there.